Okay. Alright, thanks for joining us for tonight's broadcast. That is pre-recorded because YouTube's down. I'm going to do a live stream, but I don't know, not happening tonight. So, yeah, I thought my phone, I did an update on my phone. I thought the phone update did it. You know, I had a YouTube video up. I was listening to meditation. It's like, YouTube's working. But then I refreshed it. It's like, oh, I guess not. So, alright, thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast. I believe we're recording. Yep. And I'm probably going to start doing more of these when I'm out and about. So I use Zoom right now, but because I have to set everything up. So, and it's the speed of the laptop. I'm not sure it's going to work. And all that stuff. So I'd much rather use this than Zoom, though. It's just I want to use it, and then all of a sudden it starts getting real slow at the end or something like that. So I'm still, you can say, experimenting with this. So, all right, thank you for joining us. We're broadcasting from the fifth dimension. I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning. Got some sleep, but not great. Thank you. Work situation. Let's see here. All right, for tonight's broadcast, it's going to be a little bit all over the place. Without putting up a detail of this, I believe New York had its first weekend with no murders, at least in New York City. So that's progress. Think about that worldwide. It is possible. Of course, these things happen here and there, but imagine if it happens worldwide. So. That is letting go of the negative. How many people are ready for that? But allowing the negativity to release. So yeah, humanity has a contract with negativity, as you can see. And the test is, you wonder what your place is here. Is how much negativity you want in your life, and how much. I mean, you wonder what your goal in life. A lot of it has to do with just, can you bring more positive energies into your life with all these tests. Now obviously some of us have family members that pull in negativity all the time, and that is called normal. You say the majority of the population does that. So learning how to release it is another story. You say, oh, just be positive. That's not enough. You gotta release the negative energies. Release it. Want to release it. Do healings. It's an exercise, basically. It takes time. It's not perfect. We all have our demons, of course. But that's what we're working towards. And as you do this, so those that are having difficulties connecting to alien beings, channeling, you can just do a small meditation, just release the negativity. Whatever works for you. And it's so contracts, there's a lot to deal with that too, so it's not always going to be the easiest, but you will make progress over time, let's put it that way. So that's where your aliens come in more clearly. That's where everything starts to show up a lot easier. So yeah, this is weird doing this. I hope I do this right. Let's see. I think we're doing okay for the moment. Okay. So, why is this here? This morning at 5:30 in the morning, everybody has these signs in their area. On the interstate, and obviously, if you don't live in Chicago, you're not going to see it. But well, the traffic signs here, of course, there's one, it's in Tampa, actually. I think it is, yeah. What I saw on these signs was actually a reptilian manipulation. Like, screw you humans. Humans don't know anything. I think it was a lot more negative than that, but you got the gist of it. So it might say, for example, Chicago, Green Bay. But think about it, what it says in another dimension. Like, you humans are worthless, you're useless, yada yada yada. And then you drive into that direction. So you connect to the vortex energies. So you wonder how we're getting manipulated. Well, that's another way. I don't know if I have not seen anything. I'm just minding my own business, and I'm saying, wait, that sign says something else. Of course, obviously it's in another dimension, but you kind of get the idea. I don't know if you want to call it creepy. Yes and no. I mean, it obviously makes sense. I didn't get anything for fast food signs, but these signs are speaking to me the most, so that's fun. And I wasn't connecting to it. I just saw it. I just saw like a fourth dimensional energy. I mean, I saw the name of the sign and all that, but I also saw like, I felt reptilian energies, and it's like, humans, you guys suck, basically. So, alright, we're going to go back to that in a second, as soon as I figure out what I'm doing here. Let's see here. I think we're all still operating. Okay. For those who knew all this, IvanTower.com. We have private sessions throughout the week. Well, maybe not this week, but because I have work, so I had to close off a lot of it. I think Thursday's the only available day I have right now. We have Lauren had a channel. We have Google Hangout, Zoom, and channeling by phone. I also have the shop here. Now the shop, I'm about 7. Now I'm at 8 days for delivery, just to give you a heads up. So I'm 7 to 8 days. Some people got 7, some people got 8. Just for a heads up, because of my work schedule, my vibration is exactly the best. So the best delivery is for me to take it easy. If I was selling cars or shipping out books or something, it'd be different. But I have to tune into your energy, and I have to, be halfway decent with that. So anyway, also same thing here, 7-day delivery. We also have other channels and heroes I do recommend. We also have the social network, and the video is going to be posted here if you're wondering. So. And notice how YouTube is down here. I believe these are all YouTube videos. I could be wrong. I believe those are. So, also have the Jake comic that's coming along. And I said I was going to go further into it, and I will, but not yet. Well, I can give you a little. I mean, the idea was this is supposed to be like South Park and The Simpsons, but obviously nothing like any of them. But it's going to have that traditional animated TV show type of stuff, but without anything traditional as for the format. As you like, more like Rick and Morty, but maybe a little bit more sinister in some ways. But either way, probably more like Rick and Morty if you get, So that is the rabbit there. So thank you for your support there. Welcome to the land of the insane. I'll be your host for tonight's broadcast. Usually I can see how long. Oh, okay, I can see how long the recording's going. So I usually do about 30 minutes. Much energy I have. I would do more, but there's only so much one person can do. So I'm also trying to do a channel of text to do a book, and I don't know what else, but that's kind of slowed down. I do have some stuff. Sometimes you read the stuff, it's like, I need to take my brain rest. So, and I'm going to the theme park stuff. I'm doing that. I'm trying to get that out of the way, actually. So, what it is, with the theme park stuff, is I'm going there to get it out of the way. So November I'll do less of it. I'll edit it here and there. So that was the whole point of it, because the crowd's probably going to start picking up here and there. Of course, it was busy as hell last week, so I'm not done with that yet. So you'll see it eventually if you care. It will. It's interesting because I'm just seeing things a little bit differently when I go there. Obviously, those places are tourist traps. They just, I see those theme parks as healing centers in the future. Depending, like Disney, definitely, because there's a lot of stuff there is crap right now. But it's part of our soul warning, so call it crap, call it whatever you want. But whatever. All right, now we're gonna go into different layers of this. Not sure what I'm gonna call this. Um, I'm just thinking. Alien Worlds of Vulcan channeling. I did connect to a Vulcan being like Spock. So that's where the Vulcan stuff comes from. If you're wondering what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, as for those, so we're gonna jump around a little bit. Those signs, like I was saying, I was driving, I just kind of saw it. Some other, it's like it might say turn left and go to wherever, but it's also saying screw you humans. And so when you heighten your vibration, I'm not sure if my vibration is heightened that much, but yeah, that's what you get to see, which makes sense. So there's another layer to our reality. Now, for reptilians, beating us. I'm using reptilians as an example. Beating us with their lessons, beating the crap out of us. Zetas do it. Let's look at it this way. I think I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Like with reptilians, it's like, yeah, some of them are really like insane. But look at them, look at us, like we are, like we're learning karate. And you have a teacher that's there to beat the shit out of you, basically. Look at it that way. It's like, I think that's the best way of looking at it. Instead of thinking that, some people, imagine, whoever will look at this in the future, is like, they're going to be really pissed. When they start seeing these beings, they're going to be really mad and want to start fighting them. It's like, it's not going to get you anywhere by doing that, but they'll welcome it. Sure, you want to kick your ass? Come on down. And that's not how you heal a world like this. But I imagine as this goes into the mainstream, eventually these beings are going to start showing themselves. Eventually, I'm not sure in my lifetime, but at least the idea of them being here, you never know. And the idea is, look at these beings. Archons, look at them. You go get all the beings that are causing difficulties here. Look at them as teachers for us. And we're here to become better versions of. We're here to be better ourselves, right? We're here to clear out the negativity so we can have a better life. So, how to do that is a whole other story. Now, obviously, many family members, are just like super negative because they can't get rid of it. They have their reasons. That's fine. But as we open ourselves up more, you will see more of the reasons for it. I believe a lot of this for our awakening is seeing why the world is dark as it is. Like, what is going on here? What's the recipe here? Even UFO researchers do the same thing. They're connected to their own darkness. Everybody's connected to their own type of darkness. Nobody's perfect, but it will help us heal our planet by knowing where it's coming from and how to heal it, at least for ourselves, even for others, how to deal with negative people. Eventually it'll make more sense. Channeling aliens, connecting to alien vibration. Aliens are helping us with this. As you want them to connect to you, the energy will get stronger. Of course, men are, you don't connect and you don't do this, and everybody connects. Everybody has guides. If you might not get along with your guides, I quite understand that. You can always put them in the unemployment line. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nobody that's good. Some people disagree with that and be very vicious. It's like, what works for you doesn't work for everybody else. It's like, you might be attacked by your spirit guides, you don't trust them for nothing. And others are just, everything's hunky-dory and everything is great. So, that might be nice for you, but for some of us, we're going to get our asses kicked by some of them. So, if you need to clear out your guides, go for it. I think you should. Bring in whoever you need to, maybe not your higher self. Everyone has their own different individual experience. So it's not what works for you might not work for everybody else. So that needs to be respected, understood. It's all bizarre. So for all of us to understand that is another story. We're trying to figure it out. Whole thing's nuts, but it's good. But yeah, a lot of family members carry around a lot of darkness around them. Well, not all, but some have positive, but also have dark sides. And either way, I mean, obviously no one's perfect, but the idea is for us to heal deceptions that are going into like child abuse, spousal abuse. So another reason to understand all of this is to see these things. Of course, it's not always going to be seeing easier, but also easier to heal. And we're going into a whole new generation of thinking. What you see now is going away. Well, it hasn't gone away completely, as you can see. It's going to take a while to get rid of that. I want to say get rid of it. Let's get rid of it. Heal. I mean, it's kind of it's not the easiest time to be alive, obviously, but it is. It has to admit, it is educational. It's not easy, but it is educational. From a spirit guide's point of view, especially those that are super high up, like 12th dimension, they look at us and it's like, oh, you can suffer a little bit longer. I've been suffering for like 10 years. You can suffer a little bit more than that. You're okay. So when you get guides that come closer down to you, depending on the guide, you can get somebody to actually have sympathy for you. You'd be surprised how spirit world is not that sympathetic to us too. You just gotta love it. It's a warning experience. We're warning from them, they're warning from us. So if you have spirit guides you don't get along with, they might be warning from you, but from a distance. It's like, you guys are all bad news. Get lost. I'll talk to you later. And you might have school with them. You might go to school. You might be you're their teacher. You go teach. You put them in a classroom. You can say something like that, and you go and you talk to them. It's like, I don't want you guys around me ever again. But doesn't mean you're not connecting to them. You're just connecting them to a different way, just to give you a different perspective. I don't see, maybe not in that classroom, but still, they are warning from us, and we are warning from them. So we're warning to become better people, depending on whatever. Spirit guides is not always the best subject matter, but it's kind of twisted sometimes. Some have an easy time with them, and others just like have hell. I've had hell with them. It's like some others. I have people laughing at me. It's like there's no problem with your guide. Yeah, think again. It's just, I actually felt a guide. I felt, two get fired. Of course, I had a whole bunch of them get fired recently too. But I had one that got, I felt him get his walking papers. It's like about time. And then I had a whole bunch of them. I had an argument with him, just got rid of all of them. So anyway, I have somebody helping me. That's all I know anymore. I hear names here and there, but I don't care anymore. I just they're helping me. Names don't matter. They're really careful what they say to me, that's for sure. Because if it's anything that's like smart ass or anything like that, I just get rid of them. It's like, you're here to help me, you're not here to, it's like, if you're going to criticize me like that, if there's different ways of criticizing, it's like, if it's more like of a negative vibration, just get lost. It's complicated. Either way, I don't connect to him that much in that way, so. The other thing is the Vulcan connections. So, alright, now we're going to go to the more spiritual connection with the guides. Going to, and eventually going to the Vulcan. The Vulcan is a Sirian energy, if you're wondering. Actually, that one might come through right now. Let's see here. Yes, from this message from the spirit world. Yes, you are all becoming, a newer version of yourselves. Different levels, yes, because of your perspective. You're all experiencing something different. You're all individuals, so it's never going to be the same for everyone. It's not like you're a bottle of ketchup where the taste is the same no matter what brand, or at least the same brand is all the same. You're just in different bottles. You are all individuals, so you're all experiencing differently, because it makes it more interesting. So for your soul developments, yes, you will see more alien beings around you as you release this reality. Releasing it's not easy. It is the possibility of an astral world, multi-dimensions. You as a Zeta, you as a Palladian, you as a Sirian, you as an angel, on and on. These identities are coming to you more clearly. It's like a uniform, a character in a play. You are allowing this, say, adventure to come through more clearly. It is time, yes, to release this reality. And some have difficulties accepting it because they're not ready to end their human self here. The character they are playing. Not ready to release that aspect. Many of you are ready. You've been, yes, born ready to release this side of yourself, the human vibrations, become more alien on your planet, to connect more to your abilities, become more telepathic. It is now the time to do so. Your alien vibrations will get stronger with as you believe it. It will take time. But as, yes, now is the time for alien contact, but you to become the alien. And then you to see your family around. Some are having difficulties accepting that. Because, yes, they say they're here to grow, but not really. They kind of pull back, as you can see. I'm here to grow, but I'm here for knowledge. I'm here to criticize, whatever it might be. But some aren't really ready to let themselves go. And many of you, we are speaking to many of you as you're ready to let go of this reality. It is time to rebuild your earth. But first, you have to rebuild yourselves. So blessings to you from, yes, the spirit worlds. There's much more, of course. We'll be with you soon. Greetings to you, we are the Vulcans. Yes, we are serious beings, as you can see. Yes, the character from Star Trek is downloaded from us, as many alien beings are very emotionless, logical, yes. As some of us have totally disconnected from the human that you are experiencing right now. Many of us became very plain. We have simplified our existence. Yes, we don't have the adventures. We have some of it. A lot of us have disappeared without your realities. We have let go of adventure, basically. Yes, our logical minds are having difficulties accepting your reality. As many of us have seen it and even drifted back, it's like that's not what we want to experience. That's the opposite of growth and change. That is a barbarian planet, basically. For many years, for a very long time, we have seen your world as barbarian. As an ogre world. It's similar to it. As basically you have clubs and you beat each other. And you have that period of your past. But also we want to download our vibrations into your world. Yes, a logical sense of mind. As yes, we have lost a lot of what you are achieving here. Emotions that we have disconnected for a long time ago from. It's basically when we find someone that we love, like a partner, we send them a kiss mentally. We get to know them. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Vibrationally, but even if it doesn't, sometimes we do stay friends, sometimes we don't. We have interrelations, yes, a marriage in the mind. Yes, we do connect physically, but not like you do. It's a different experience altogether. That's all we can say. It's basically, it does not have the roughness of your world. We do come from a 6th dimension energy, so our sexual partners, our existence is a lot different than yours. Yours is kind of, well, the techniques are fascinating. But we do go into each other's minds, and just that love of each other illuminates, gets stronger, and we can create a being such as a child with this love. And yes, there is a time of creation, but it's not as long as your world, and it's usually easier for the birthing of the child. And in some of our realities, there are some the man has a baby, and some where the female has a baby. But basically, our logic of our society is very different than yours. It's been downloaded. We just we don't feel like war has a purpose anymore. But for your world, it is primitive, but yes, learning a great deal, even in war. So, not to say our civilization is going to go out and fight. But we have our own, we don't always get along with our own species. So we do have our discussions that go on forever. So we do have our disputes, but nothing like yours. As I want to create a reality one way, and others don't agree with that. We can create dimensions with our minds, and you are warned to do so also. It doesn't mean you're creating a whole world, but you are creating an experience for others to experience, like a place to live, a place to bring friends. You can create your own version of nature. It's like a holodeck, but it's in another dimension. So we can do these things from our perspective. And you will eventually be able to see this on your own. Some of you, even where you live, you feel like you're living somewhere else. Like there's something else here. Yes, I'm living in a house, there's trees and everything, but I feel like there's something else here because there's another dimension speaking to you. So yes, our connection with you is to bring logic into your reality without bad-mouthing your species. We've kept distance from your world, but now we are reconnecting. Yes, you see, through entertainment we are saying hello once again, as we had in the past, but then we instantly got away. Yes, we do work through your chakras. We do allow them to open to a more logical sense of mind. Realize many of us have 4 fingers, not 5. Many of us do levitate. We don't have to need ships. Our minds can take us where we want to go. We do show up as holograms many times, but we have other means of travel. Our mind is our best quality. But yes, we have gotten boring in some ways, some have not. Some are very adventurous, but it's different than your planet. Many do take risks. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be a life or death like on your planet, where it is usually a life or death. But it is risks of connecting to species that might not agree with your way of life. But the only way to grow is to connect to other species of alien. I mean, yes, you can grow with the beings we have already made contact with, but it's always good to connect to new ones, for better or for worse. And sometimes when we connect to new ones, it does not go so well, depending. Of course, we analyze it forever to make sure to get scenarios. Now, for your world, we are careful on our wording, as this is not all our information about our world, but we are giving you a glimpse. So our world is Vulcan. We are Vulcan beings. We are humanoid. Yes, we do have pointed ears. But realize also we don't have vehicles. We don't have space vehicles. As funny as familiar, some of them have gone that direction, but many of us evolved beyond that, and you will too. But our logical energies, we are warning, yes, to your emotions, but much more. Basically, your trust on your world is very fascinating. Your passion for each other is very fascinating. But also trust. You take trust in a whole different world. Many of you trust people you shouldn't be trusting, which we find very fascinating. Such as your news media is not very trusting, but people trust it anyway. So it's very fascinating how misleading trust becomes. Many in their minds make it trustworthy when it really should not be trusting at all. So it's there are dictatorships, and your media conglomerates are kind of like dictatorships. So you are forming your new ideas. Many of you will let go of what the high mind is trying to tell you. And that's pretty much what the media is. It's a high mind. It's informing you, but it's also telling you what to think. And it doesn't matter if it's left or right or whatever it might be. Now your government is a pawn. It is run by you, the people, but you don't realize it because you gave up your power ages ago. Now as you reconnect to your abilities, you will see, now many of you can connect to your lawmakers telepathically, and you're not realizing you can do so. So not to say that person will be cluttered with thought patterns, not at all. They'll come in just like you receive an email one by one, but it won't be too scattered. You'll know it's a message from someone that you need to hear from. Some of you might block the message out. At least the politicians can. And you can too, actually. So you're basically learning a new way of communication. And that's through your energy field. You can trust that you can send these messages out. And yes, the kinder the message, the better. But also, of course, disagreements are much accepted too. But realize you're going into a new form of messaging each other. Yes, you are letting go of your physical world. Many are having difficulties digesting that. As because they've made peace with it. And many have incarnated here many times have just made love to the idea of being physical. But many of you have rejected physicality and are, yes, calling for aliens to come. Because like some of you are just, obviously you feel like you can't take it anymore. Which is justified. But many of you are moving into a new paradigm of thinking. Change the way you look at the world. Realize also your telepathic abilities is very strong right now as we speak. And you're connected to aliens, but also your political friends. You can heal your environment and heal your people too. If you see a protest and you see all this negativity, you can send healing to that negativity. It's like, how about a different way of looking at it? Here's a package of new ideas. How about a package of love instead? As what many are very not logical at all in their protesting. They think it's logical. It really has no logic at all. They have, yes, a fantasy of logic is there. A distortion of logic is all over your planet. It is distorted everywhere. Distorted timelines are everywhere. Timelines that go nowhere, many of you are experiencing. Wonder why some of you have to go to work every day, get up and go to work. It's a distorted timeline. It is a broken timeline. And that's part of your reality here. You're connected to a broken timeline in this entire world, and you're here to heal it. So shaping a different form of thinking will come through. Trusting yourselves to do this. This is a major upgrade. Realize that. Take all the thoughts, all the ways of the old human, and close the book on it. Heal it. Yes, continue the learnings, but realize you can connect in another way. Through vibration. You will still be physical. It's just your energy field will become more open because you're allowing it to awaken. Some say, 500 years, 10 years. Exercise it now. You'd be surprised what comes to you. You're looking for a present of your holidays. How about a holiday of soul expression? Reaching out into your soul and activating it even more. But knowing all these abilities exist is exercising the idea that you can use them. And then exercising them to your full potential. Eventually food will no longer be needed because you'll be connecting more to your energy field than physical field. This is why you can fill your body with energy. And see, right now you feel like you're physical. I'm this. But you see yourself more as an energy being. You fulfill yourself with energy vibrations. And you just feel more activated. It takes time, but it is possible. Blessings to you all. think he said their name, but that's okay. Alright, much love everyone. Have a great night.